Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Frostpunk. Okay, so we're just starting to build our steel mill over here. Our scouts are out and about. We've got a few sick people that we're having to deal with. We need to sort out food a little bit more. We've got a few more engineers, children and workers that's unemployed. However, over here we will employ about 10 of them. But yes, maybe what we should do is look at another spot for gathering for the hunters to deal with. Maybe that's not a top priority for us just yet. So let's keep it going. I think everything here is happening at double the speed. Yes, we're getting patients out a little bit quicker due to the double rations. I'm glad I passed that law over there. Excellent, we're getting everybody into the medical outposts. Over here we've got kids working and they can't really. So what I'll do is I'll add more kids to work over there. There we go. That's done. Okay, this being built. Not quite yet, but start doing your thing over here. Coal storage. I'm not going to build coal storage just yet, but we've got about 3 days worth of coal. I want to build coal storage pretty much at where I'm building. Okay, so this actually does not have an endless supply. It's only at about 1,000 that it can gather. Anyway, we'll need to keep an eye on that. Now it's free time, and this is it's not fully built. Okay, our hunters will go out, but they're not operating at perfect efficiency, it seems. So we need to look at how we can sort that out. So give me the hunters' huts. Gonna grab another hunter's hut over here somewhere. Alternatively, building will block place an important facility. The question is, shall I just do it in the second ring over here? We can always get rid of them later should we need to, or have a bit of help in doing that. We need to get this technology sorted very quickly, I feel. Okay, so once this is done, okay, so they've reached somewhere. Okay, so let's explore the sturdy shelter. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects it from the cold. Okay, let's explore. The trail leads to another city. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door to all scientists. If you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in two directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Site discovered, a steel bridge. We take the resources. That's rations and wood and a steam core. That is pretty good. Now, shall we go to the bridge? Or shall we go back? The bridge is not far away, right? Only 13 hours. Let's go to the bridge and then we'll go back with everything, I think. Because I'm worried we lose the scouts for some reason. I'm not sure if you can, but I'm worried you do lose the scouts and then they've got all that resources with them. So I don't want to do too much, but I also want to make sure we keep going on the stuff. Okay, so let's get our workers in there so they keep producing steel for us in the next bout of stuff that needs to happen. Everybody working these piles to get them done. Yes, so the next set we need we need these guys also. We need more hunters to bring in more food for us. Hope is good. Actually we've dropped pretty decently now. We can almost start freeing up engineers from some of these medical outposts. That's done. Let's max these out. Let's take back those. Let's max that out, and what we'll do is we will up that with some engineers. Perfect. So hopefully we'll get even more food rations now. I'm hoping these guys are doing their work and get some meals for us. Over here I need kids to come and work this in the morning. So let's pull back 5 kids, and we will max out that on children at the cookhouse for the morning. Perfect. Okay, so how is our rate of production? 4 steel per hour, and there's plenty of steel, 100,000. Over here there's not as much, and their production will be a little bit less, I think. Okay, but let's see about getting through the night. Plenty of coal. Where are we? We've got some coal reserves. Where exactly? I think... Where? Over here. That is a coal. Actually, but there's a... Anyway, let me have a look. Let me just get stuff done. Wow, they're filled up again. That is just crazy, guys. We have to have someone getting out of treatment soon. Why is everybody getting sick all of a sudden? You get a few that's getting out of treatment. Whoops. Quite know what was going on over there. People get sick so quickly over here. How's our heating looking? I mean, no one is out in the cold, really. That is pretty chilly, and that is pretty chilly. So what I should do is I should get heaters so that we can sort these out with heaters. But yes, that is what we need to do. So maybe once this research is done, we'll get there. What is happening? A note of thanks. A note of thanks was left for the doctor who performed the amputation on the frightened patient. It reads, "Thank you. It was in terrible pain and blinded by fear, and by choice would have doomed me. I may be without a limb but I live. It was the right thing to do." Oh, excellent. Hope will rise. Nice. I'm happy that hope is rising and discontent is very low. Really very low. Is the fight on? The fight's over. It's almost the next day. Okay, I've got like 2 more days, then the cold is back up, and then it's only like a day. Yeah, then it's 2 days of cold, and then the heat comes back. So need to survive 2 days of cold. We've got plenty of coal. We'll have more. That's good. All well. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. I think we're doing pretty well with our heating situation over here. Pretty well. Can we add? No, we cannot. Current limit is 1 expedition. Maybe an extra expedition would have been a good thing for us to do. Are we bringing in some more raw food, or is that everything? Is that it? Let's get some engineers in there to work those piles so we can get these piles out of the way. Okay, it is go time. Didn't get a lot of food, but that is at least a fair bit. Okay, these scouts have reached somewhere. Okay, they've reached the bridge. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, "Built by the people of Winterhome in AD... what? 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton." Automaton? Okay, let's have a look. A functional automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city, or dismantle it for resources. Sites discovered, weather station, large convoy. Okay, so what are we doing? Send the automaton. Will safely reach our city on its own. Send the automaton to the city. Dismantle it. 91 steel and 2 cores. I think I'll keep the automaton and see what it does. Presumably it's that thing over there. Okay, cool. Let's send it to the city. Okay, automaton sent to the city. We've reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared in the distance, walking steadily towards the city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. Whoops, I hope that's not a bad thing. The weather station over here, or the large convoy over there, or the gloomy cave. No, let's go... How long? 13 hours. Let's do the large convoy and then we'll go back. We'll see what that is and then we'll go back from there. Almost 2 days for the automaton to get to us. What is happening over here? The deserted bridge. Okay. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. We'll find it in Winterhome. Hope is starting to fall. Not good. Not very good. People are going to work. Let's see. Rations. Whether I can afford to do another bout of rations to get people out, I'm not too sure. We should be able to get everybody in place. What is this? We still a coal pile. We have nothing else. So the steelworks is up and running over here, right? It is producing steel for us. Okay, so our another one is coal, and we might do coal over here, to be honest. But we haven't actually researched coal just yet. We have not researched it yet, but we need to get some heating stuff going. Okay, yeah, we're getting people through the issues, through the cold fairly quickly. We're building up on wood and the likes. Drawing boards researched. Okay, so now what can we do? Okay, under heat we've got the generator upgrade, and what does that do? Allows us to raise the temperature in all heat zones by 1 level. The coal consumption is doubled when this setting is in use. Okay, the other option is generator range upgrade. Allows us to turn up the generator range setting and extend its heat zone. The coal used by the generator is doubled when this is happening. So what is the... And this takes 8 hours. So what is the... heaters is probably the one we should be researching, and then I'll think about whether this one or that one. So let's get researching on this one. This should be done kind of by the end of the day, is the hope. And then we've got 1 day left to research the other one. And maybe what we should do is we should put the emergency shift on the research. That might be an important one for us, so we can get things done a little bit quicker. While we wait, let's have a quick look. So heaters, yes, very important. In exploration, some more scouts. Yeah, then we can do more scouts. Outpost depot, factory. Yeah, this is going to be getting to drafting machines is probably pretty good. Resources, so sawmill upgrades, wall drill. Okay, interesting. Coal mining, coal thumper. So I can actually... So what does a coal thumper do, and what does coal mine do? Allows us to build coal thumpers by pumping pressurized water into underground coal deposits. The coal thumper washes the precious resources to the surface, forming a pile of up to 560 coal per standard workday, enough for 2 gathering posts. Okay. Coal mining, on the other hand, extracts up to 240 coal per standard workday from underground deposits, and it requires a steam core. Charcoal kiln uses allows us to uses intense heat to char up to 70 wood per standard workday, producing 210 coal. So that's a bit of a band-aid right over there. Resource depot upgrade, and faster gathering is something I'm also quite keen on. Heating, which we're doing that. Resources, there's a ton of stuff, and we want to go even further. Food, health and shelter. I want to... bunkhouses is also something that can help us alleviate, but we won't have these things up and ready for the next round. And bunkhouses costs like steel as well, so maybe we shouldn't get to that too quickly. The hothouse, a few hardy crops can be grown here, supplying up to 30 raw food per day. Okay, so a hothouse can actually give us some crops. Okay, so how does that compete against this thing? 20 per day. And that one gives us? Hothouse gives us 30 per day. And for some reason, most of these extra techs seems to have less workers. So it might be a better way to deal with it. Our coal is really getting up there now. I want a good stockpile. Okay, we're gonna probably we're gonna probably need to sort out our stockpile at some point. No, it's okay. Stockpile nearing capacity. Coal pile has been depleted. Which one is that? This one over here. So now we've got more people. Oh, and now our coal is full. So what we need to do is let's where shall we build our coal? Let's go here. Resources, a resource depot. 40 wood and 20 steel for a depot. It'll almost squeeze in here. Leave a little patch open there. Almost thinking that might be worth it doing that. Do we have stuff that's actually smaller and thinner? Not really. Nothing is smaller than that, to be honest. So let's do that. Let's squeeze it in there. Let's get that built so that we can keep our coal stockpile filled up. Yeah, build that thing for us. Okay. How far are these guys? 2 hours away. Excellent, that's done. End of the day, and what I'm going to do is this is going to be the coal stockpile, so we can now double our coal. Heaters has been researched. Excellent, nice. So now with heaters being researched, get the coal pile out of there. Okay, what's the next thing for us? Okay, hang on. We need to think about this a little bit. What I do want to do is make sure we do provide heaters here. Okay, and I want to provide heaters here because these guys are out in the cold. This one I also want to do heaters for. Let's just see. No, that's fine. That one is fine. When things get cold, that might be a change. So now that is okay. Okay, so the one thing is I can do a range increase. So then this actually gets that area. The other one I can get the heat increase. So the range increase is going to give me more buildings covered, right? So that might mean that now we can actually go. So definitely that's not the one that I'm going to go for. In terms of research, the generator power upgrade is the one. Allows us to raise the temperatures in all heat zones by 1, but the coal consumption is doubled. So we need to get that done, and then we need some more sustainable sources of coal. So let's do that. People should be fairly happy with what we're doing. Are we? Yeah, that is researching. Okay, we've got plenty of hunters going out now. Hopefully that keeps our food rations up high. Scouts have reached the large convoy. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so explore this convoy carrying workers that got lost in the blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. They sought winter home. The workers who were hiding in this convoy told us they were heading... What? They were heading for the city of winter home. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. They say we tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Escort the survivors to the city. That's okay. Send the survivors to the city. Leave the survivors. Now I'll escort them because I've got the resources that I want to drop off there as well. Yes, and that's a few extra people though, so send them out. Let's get them back. 20 hours and they'll get back there, and then we'll come and maybe do the gloomy cave. Okay, excellent. Now let's see how this goes. Our hunters is out and about. How is all of this? Yeah, all of this is good. We've got no one that's freezing cold. The storage there is quite cold. To be honest, this one is probably... Oh, this shows us our production. Raw food 60 per day, rations. I don't know, we're getting most of the people treated fairly quickly now. Got a good supply of coal. Our wood, to be honest, is the bigger issue, I think. We may have to do another sawmill at some point to make sure that our wood production stays nice and high. Still 1,000 wood around here that we can grab, so that's pretty good. And of course there's more kinds of technologies that keeps growing. Oh, I can actually get another... I don't know why I missed that. Okay, so now... triage. Okay, so I signed the double ration. So what does triage do? We'll be able to dedicate all our efforts to healing those who can recover quickly at the cost of sacrificing more severely ill. New ability, you can use triage in medical facilities to instantly heal two-thirds of patients. 1/4 of patients will die instantly. Hope will fall, discontent will rise. I'm not sure that is the right thing for us to do. I'm wondering about cemeteries, I'm wondering about the public house, but our discontent is so low that I don't think I need to go down this route at the moment. Maybe what we should do is look at how we will dispose of our dead once we have some. New building cemetery, hope will rise, no risk of disease. So let's do that. Each burial will keep some people from work for a few hours. You will have to establish a cemetery. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's sign that, get the cemetery in place. Wow, look at that hope jump. I'm loving it. Now, we need to build that at some point. So people need a cemetery. And what I don't want to do is build the cemetery where it's going to be... Building here will destroy resources. But I don't want it too close, but I don't want it too crazy. Oh, that would have actually squeezed in there, to be honest. Didn't think about that. But I might do it in this row at the back over here. I don't necessarily think... all the way out there. Could do. The back of this. I'm just going to build it here out next to the beacon. This is our hope buildings. So let's build it out here. There's still a row of 3 that I can put in there. That's fine. Let's build it out here. Let's just have a quick look. It doesn't have a heating or anything, yeah. Let's just plop it in there. It'll give us some hope. Nice. Okay. And speed things up a little. Wood is low. Another day, another shift. Well, that's life. I've got to hold on. People are depending on me. Yes, of course. We're building these things. Wow, the scouts will be back before the automaton. It's very slow. People are going to work. Even more hope rises with the cemetery being built. Okay, good stuff. So now, how's that going? We may have to do a 24-hour shift over here on the next one. So steel is doing its thing. I'm a little worried that this isn't quite functioning at a good enough rate. It only gives us 8 wood per hour, which allows us how much? Let's quickly see. If we go to steel and wood management, so this sawmill generates 80 per day. 80 wood per day is what we are generating at the moment. Should I do more? If I rotate this around, right, these guys coming back, I've got kids working here, right, so we'll get some more food sorted out here. Shall we look at another sawmill? Out here somewhere. An extra sawmill's not a bad idea, I think, especially if we need to do the band-aid for yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's build an extra sawmill out there. Okay, and give me... Okay, so how am I gonna get this to work? I think I'm just gonna do that. Okay, let's do that. Let's get that built, and we'll get these guys to do the sawmill over here. We've got enough people to work it, so let's make sure we do that. Nice. So get that up and running. And okay, pause. Let's get 10 engineers. Let's get a heater in there. 2,200, so that's even more wood. Nice. Now who's this? So we've got some children and... okay, that's fine. This is out of food, right? Yeah, we're kind of out of food. Coal pile depleted over here, so now we've got even more people that's looking for a job. But our hope is really good as it stands, really good. And there's more people coming, so we need... what do we need? Can we build another one of these? Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe that is what we should do. So let's have a look. Let's see if we go tech and we build another workshop. Shall we slot it in there? I'm kind of thinking we should. Just slot it in there. Alternatively, we slot it in here. Oh, it'll destroy resources? No, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. We'll just build it in here. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. So we'll do that. And that means we can do even research even quicker. I just wanted to think. Was there... if I go to research, I wanted to check. Aha! Ah, so it doesn't really help us that much. You can boost research speed by building several workshops. The second one puts it up to 130%. So we've got diminishing returns. So, but maybe the extra 30% is indeed worth it. Food. We're running out of places to store food. Where is the cookhouse? The cookhouse is over here. Can we... is that like a gap in there, or how are we doing this? Okay, so let's see about resource depot. Yeah, this spot over here is where I'm gonna slot in the the depot. Right there. And then what we'll do is, just so that we have some more room for food, okay, so get all of that built. Yeah, so we will do... I think we'll be okay as long as our coal steps in, but we should get research done pretty quickly over here. Okay, generator upgrade has been done. Let's immediately... so now we can heat things up a little bit more. More scouts. Yes, I think more scouts is probably very useful. I'm thinking we need to go for coal mining straight away and maybe not do the coal thumper. We'll see. Maybe we need the coal thumper. Whether we need to do any of these things, the hothouse is really appealing, I must say. But I think we're having it under control. Maybe the coal mine is in fact what we're gonna need to grab. Just to make sure, that's something we're gonna always need. So let's do grab that. 240 per standard day. So let's grab that. Let's get the coal mining doing. What is? Oh, that's the upgrade. So now. So steam level 2 is now running. Okay, scouts have returned with food, rations, wood, steam cores, and the likes. Okay, just hang on. Okay, now all of this is comfortable and even livable in most instances. But what I'm just wondering is how much time. It's only about 2 days. So what I'm thinking is, even though we are running, let's go back down to level 1. You don't need to go up to level 2 unless it's really the requirement. Okay, over here, this needs to be food rations, please. This one needs workshop. Oh, here's the extra workshop, which I will gladly add a few engineers to get things researched a little bit quicker. And then we are going to need more housing for all of these people, and that is going to also be the end of the episode, and we will get to this cold environment, what to do with our scouts and so on in the next episode. Lots of people unemployed in the next episode, and we'll deal with things from there. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've liked it, leave a comment if you've got some ideas about the laws and the likes, or give your opinion, and I will see you next time. Why is this saying it doesn't have, oops, why is this saying it doesn't have a path to it? It's right next to the path, right? Anyway, we'll deal with that in the next episode. So thank you again so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.